And welcome back once more from the break, everybody. If you are just now joining us, we are raising money through the Twitch charity tool and this is part of the Together for Good events supporting Doctors Without Borders. And to support Doctors Without Borders, click the donate button on the Games Done Quick Twitch page beneath the stream, or use !donate in the Twitch chats for more info. All funds raised support Doctors Without Borders' mission to provide medical humanitarian assistance to people based solely on need. We're still just getting started for today. There's still so many more awesome runs. And as always, ! schedule, you can see it on the screen here, or use that chat command to bring up the full list of runs for today. But coming up right now, we have a very special 4-player race of Peggle Deluxe. And here to help call the action here, since there's going to be a lot going on, is Satan herself. Hello.
Yeah, hi, fan. Thanks for having us. My name's Satan herself, or Satan isn't herself. I sort of invented this category, and I'm here to watch everyone's streams and be able to help the audience know kind of what the heck is going on.
Yeah, so who are our wonderful runners today?
I'll let them introduce themselves, but just as a fair warning to the audience, Britsha worked as British dark magic and sent sickness to Poetry and Helios today. So the runners on your right may have a little bit of a debuff, but we'll see if they can overcome it.
My skills are just so sick.
So the runner on your bottom right, so sick. Yeah, they were so sick during practice. It was amazing. But the runner on your bottom right is named PoetryStud. He is known for doing many, many things within the community, including facilitating events and doing many a silly run. He's very cool. And then the rest of the runners, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Mannequin. Sorry.
No worries.
I'm Mannequin. I'm I would say the newest Peggle runner out of everyone here by a decent margin, but it was also my first GDQ event, which is cool. I'm excited to be here. This is a very fun category to do. It's chaotic, but it's a fun kind of chaotic.
Hello, I'm Britsha. I'm the one guy that you can see right now. Yeah, Peggle. It's a good game.
That's a pretty good game.
Thank you for the wise words and insightful commentary there.
That's
really
an alright game,
You're welcome.
And hello, I'm
Peggle. It's fine.
and
I think everybody will understand very quickly what this game is all about.
especially as you're watching 4 of them at the same time. It's going to be kind of wild. And HeliosWx. Hello, I play Peggle fast and wrong. I'm also kind of sick, so I'll unmute occasionally. But thanks for watching. This will be a fun event.
Only kind of.
Only event.
As the guy who beat the game without touching a single green
Yeah,
pen.
I've beaten the game using a recorder for the inputs, not being able to hit a single green or purple peg. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do with this game.
All right. Are our runners ready?
Yep.
All right, I think so.
And real quick, I'm just going to explain the category before we get in, because if you've seen a standard Peggle run before, such as maybe the SGDQ run from this year, you may not be expecting what's coming up. This category is called Random Master Only, or RMO for short. And that means that every runner will be getting a random power each level. So the character in the top of the screen is going to change, which also changes the associated power that the runners are going to get when they hit a green peg. So that means that you're going to be seeing a lot more variety in this run. And since this is not a set seed run, that means that everybody is going to be working with different things at any given time. So this race is anyone's game.
No.
It really, truly is.
Oh, wow. This is going to be wild. All right.
All right, let's get started.
Yeah, go ahead and give us a countdown for us to start the timer here.
All right. Timer is going to start on Restart Adventure for all 4 of these runners. And we're going to do a little countdown here. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, good luck to our runners. I thought you were mentioning, maybe some sort of, donation challenge here for you.
Yes, meow. So we actually have our very first cat tut already in PoetryStud on PoetryStud stream. So there's a couple of masters that are a little bit slower than other ones, and Cat Tut is one of the most infamous. As you can see on the bottom right, he's going to spawn this little pyramid thing on the ball bucket, which will give you a free ball if you hit in the middle. So it's kind of encouraging the ball to go into the free ball bucket, but unfortunately that's also going to cause a lot of bouncing. So Cat Tut has become a bit of a meme in this category because it's super slow. I will be donating $1 per Cat Tut that every runner gets in this race, and we have some matches among the runners as well. I recommend maybe watching for Cat Tuts. And we have Helios beating the first level here, the fastest, and of course Poetry hanging back with Cat Tut here. Now, you might be wondering, how exactly are these runners getting through these levels? If you haven't played Peggle before, the main mechanic is hitting all of the orange pegs as fast as you can. As soon as you've hit every orange peg in a level, the level will advance. And of course, with RMO, there will be some powers that are more useful in doing that quickly for you, and some that will be less. So MannequinZ playing with the standard master for this level, Bjorn, and he's going to give you a little aiming line to show you where your second bounce goes. But what Britsha was playing with is Who. Helios is playing with Who right now, which is basically an entire aimbot. Oh yeah, you were playing with Splork, you're right. But Helios is playing with Who right now, which is basically a whole aimbot. Although he did a pixel shot there, and the aimbot couldn't find a better shot than the pixel shot that Helios did. So sometimes powers are a little bit redundant. But basically the idea is there's a wide range of efficacies. And you have to make sure you beat the level without running out of balls. If you run out of balls, you lose. And that brings me to another really important point about this category specifically, which is that you cannot reset the level at will. You must lose the level in order to reset it. And you might go, what's the big deal? Resetting takes time. We don't want to do that. But actually, there's a couple of reasons why you might want to reset a level. First of all, it may become clear late in the level that you are going to lose it. Being able to reset at that point obviously will save you some time. But in addition, there are several masters where the green placement, which is the green pegs that you have to hit in order to get the power that's on screen, will actually change how effective the power is. So for example, Splork will make which is the green alien guy, will make a big blast when you hit the green. So obviously if the green is next to a bunch of oranges, that's really good. But if it's off in the middle of nowhere, that's really bad. We're gonna see Splork on our top right here with Helios. And this is turning out to be pretty close so far, but it's still only the first 5 levels. So
I just had 3
we're gonna see how that
in a row. And I got worried that I clicked off a random.
Yeah, I know, wild. I noticed.
Like, did I click off the random? Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah, no, that was very unlikely. Although, actually, that brings me to another point that's really important in RMO and some tech that we haven't quite figured out. So if there are any prospective Peggle scientists out there in the chat, we might want your help. Come to the Discord. This is a big mystery that we've been trying to solve for a while, is how biased is the random master? So we've noticed in a lot of runs that there's kind of like some sort of pattern that often emerges. So like I was getting Cinderbottom, Jimmy, Claude consistently for a little while in one of my recent RMO runs, for example. And maybe an RMO run will have way more of a certain master than it's supposed to. So there's a theory, we have sort of a little conspiracy theory, that the time you start your run may determine sort of what masters you get.
So yeah, it could be like frames from startup, like a lot of the old Super Nintendo games.
Exactly. Yeah, but we don't quite know. We haven't been able to quite mine the game and figure it out.
We have talked to like
anybody who wants to help.
The Peggle developer since he showed up after SGDQ, but he says that there's no any kind of manipulation to the randomness, but because we've run it so much, we feel like there is some influence.
I thought that. I was like, no, they're not telling us something.
Yeah. He did develop for a certain amount of time and then needed to stop at some point, so they might have added it after he left, so we're not sure.
Yeah, we're not 100% sure, and it might have been an artifact of the programming also, he said. So, quite sure. It looks like Mannequin might be in a bit of a jam in 2-1 here. 2-1 is deceptively difficult. Yeah. It doesn't look really hard, but it often really is.
I overthought it.
But I think they're going to be able to... Oh!
Okay.
Oh no.
Do I?
Ah, well, that's a really good demonstration of something important in this game.
There we go.
You
Okay.
can wall down.
Oh,
Yeah. Which is called the multiplier. So every time you hit an orange peg, it sort of increases this counter on the right side of the screen. So you see also another cat tut, that's 2. So you'll see the numbers sort of like start to flash. So like that 2x, Britsha just got that 2x. And what that means is that every peg now is going to count for 2 times more than its normal point threshold. And that matters for this run because if you get 25,000 points or more in a single shot, you get a free ball from that shot. So that's how Mannequin was able to stay alive there. Even though they didn't get the ball into the ball bucket for a free ball, getting a lot of points on that shot using the purple point boost peg was able to seal the deal.
And you can see the counter, like the bar on the left side is the one that goes up, and when it hits the top of that, that's when you get a free ball. Because that's 25,000 points.
Yeah.
And that's not like retroactive,
So,
right?
we
It's
really-
like it's only applies to like that hit, so it doesn't like retroactively apply to points you previously scored.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Except for in the case of actually a master that Britsha has right now. Perfect demonstration time.
I meant to do that.
Renfield Pumpkin. Also, you're seeing some really cool pixel shots on your screen right now. We do a setup shot that's going to be the same every time to open up this helix. And then the runners are going to do a pixel shot in order to slide it all the way through this little spiral here. And there's a lot of structures in Peggle that could be taken advantage of like that because Peggle has such a low resolution that you can actually do specific pixel shots. And those are going to do the same thing every single time. There's also another slightly easier way to do consistent shots, which is aiming all the way to the right or left and doing taps. Those will also do consistent shots since
that's a
its
good pick.
physics system is completely consistent.
I just 1, 2, 5, unless anybody else.
Very nice.
Yeah, oftentimes you'll get
Cinderbottom is definitely preferred.
because there's the version of the game called NG Plus where you get to pick your masters. It's a nice treat in RMO when you actually get the master that is preferred for like destroying the level here. I feel bad for everybody else who hopefully they get cinders as well. We'll see.
Yeah, Cinderbottom, you can aim all the way to the right or left, just like we were talking about, and then shoot with a specific timing such that the ball will bounce off the side of the ball bucket and get you sort of 2 big diagonals that sweep across the entire screen. That's better for certain levels than others, but it's pretty effective in almost every level. So Cinderbottom is definitely one of the best masters in the game. But as I was talking about earlier, Renfield Pumpkin, who you see in your bottom right now with PoetryStud, actually gives you a second shot. It comes back off the top where the ball goes down off of the screen, and that actually is the same point value.
You can also see it on my screen.
Renfield
with-
will often give you that
You
point.
can see it on my screen with Warren, who just gave me the spooky ball power.
Ah, yes. So Warren is another really funny power where he will give you a magic spin, which includes the possibility of getting triple score, which triples your next 2 scores, usually not preferred. Magic Hat, which increases the hitbox of the ball, actually very good, but there's only a 1 in 4 chance of getting that. An extra ball, which is just free, or you can get any one of the other master powers. So it's truly a random thing. You're seeing 3 words on your screen right now, by the way.
Multi-Warren drifting.
Mannequin and Helios also have it.
Yes,
Warren
you do.
drifting with some clawed action from Poetry as well, who makes the game into basically a pinball simulator. So yeah. This is a really crazy run, but as you can see, nobody is far apart. We only have a 2 levels difference at most here right now. So it's really even right now. It is anyone's game.
Yeah, this is super awesome, super exciting. And we've had a lot of donations coming in. Again, use the exclamation point
Let's do
donate
it.
command on Twitch, or if you're on a mobile device, exclamation point mobile to contribute to help support Docs Without Borders. We had $10 from Cheeseburger X Apocalypse, $5 from Owlin, $15 from Jay Collins, and we've gotten so much more coming in. $5 from Orpa
Hey,
Bad
thank
Dog.
you.
Oh, $5 from Manuel. Thank you all so much for your donations.
Sick, Helios, by the way.
And we have a new incentive. I know how much everybody here loves incentives. We just crossed $5,800 for Docs Without Borders today. And if we can get to $6,200, that's $400 more, then for the city bus driver run coming up in just a few runs, we're going to be randomizing the levels by rolling a dice. Yes, rolling a dice. It's going to be wild. So let's see if we can get to $6,200, everybody.
Let's do it. In the spirit of Random Master, I think all of us Peggle runners want to see that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, let's make it the random day. Let's do it.
Yeah, we have about an hour to reach that incentive, everybody. I think, we have a good chance of doing it, so.
Totally.
You're liking this,
All
right?
right, right now I'm going to point out that we have a really difficult level here on Britsha and Helios' streams. 3-4 is really, really tough in general. So you are praying for a master that is going to help you out. And Britsha did get Who, which could maybe be good. But what Who does, actually, I mentioned that he's an aimbot, but he's an aimbot who really, really likes points. So sometimes Who will go for points over oranges, even though oranges are worth points, and that's how he ends up being good. Sometimes he'll just value points way over that. So sometimes you actually aim at the purple peg instead.
I did that for my second
in
shot
order
there.
to sort of... Yeah, and that worked out pretty well. In order to not incentivize Who to go out of his way to get the purple, and instead just have him add on oranges.
Yeah.
Cat Tut in you, by the way, number 3. So, 3-5 is going to be really interesting here, actually, because this is a level where you just saw Britsha do this really cool pixel shot in order to get that whole bottom, row all the way done. But that's a pixel shot, and if you remember earlier, I said that you can't reset levels. A lot of the time, since pixel shots are really, really precise...
Sorry to interrupt, 'cause I didn't expect this to happen.
Oh.
We got $400 for supporting Docs Without Borders. Thank you. Yeah.
Someone
So
is
we
donating
just showed up at the
Spirit
shop.
of
$400. Thank you so much.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Well, yeah. All right, we're
awesome.
rolling some dice. Let's go.
More randomness.
Dice. We're gonna see dice later. We're gonna see dice later in
Don't
in
remind
this
me.
run too, actually.
That's one of the worst splits in this run is Warren's levels. If you get bad rolls,
That's
it's bad.
But yeah, so when you have a lot of these precise pixel shots that are really needed to sort of break open the level in this particular way, it's a little bit risky because you can't just reset the level and try again if you miss it. So some runners decide for this run to do safer strats than they normally would in other runs because this is a features exclusive to RMO. You can reset in other runs. You see Kat directly losing time for Britsha right there.
Yeah. Well, I'll say it's that's the nice thing about Peggle is that, there's so many strats and you can sort of mix and match them, so you don't always have to use the same strats as everyone else. You can pick ones that work for your playstyle. And this is one where you especially want to do that since there's so much variety.
Yeah, totally.
Randomness.
Exactly. It's very much a customizable game, and it's also. Are we gonna get a water break on Britsha's side?
It's happened in SGDQ
Yep,
as well.
looks like it.
All right, enjoy.
Britsha
Remember,
curse.
everybody, to hydrate. Also, I'm glad chat's keeping track of how much
So we
money
call
you
this the
owe.
water break. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. I think $4 was enough, but I might be wrong.
Yep. At least that's what Twitch chat has got.
I say I'll be doing that for.
That's a very low amount of cat tuts for right
I'll be doing it for Bjorn as well.
if they come
Well, I'll
back
have to
with revenge.
tally up afterwards, but Bjorn's my guy, so I'm gonna match Bjorn like you're doing for Tut.
Oh, that's a $5 for me. Thank you, Mannequin.
Very good.
This is
Also, if you do lose a level, you're not going to replay it with the same master, probably. It does the randomization again. So that's sometimes you will see runners trying to intentionally lose quickly when a strat really doesn't work. But that probably won't happen yet. That will probably happen later.
Yeah, so it's awesome. Now that you have to donate $5, you're gonna get your little gold chat badge, gold heart chat badge.
Ooh, that's exciting. Maybe chat, you should get in on that.
Hint, hint.
Yeah, Helios is going to do wall fireballs here. Check them out.
Whoa.
As I mean, I'm getting short on some of these
Dreadful.
levels. Kind of scared for my luck later on.
Sure. Yeah, the game
Like
might
right now.
decide that it's given you too much. Yeah. Hi, Jimmy. Tubular.
Yeah, it's amazing how different
Yeah,
it
so,
plays when you have a different master.
Absolutely. It matters way more than people think.
Especially
it
on levels
does.
like this. Like it makes or
and-
breaks it.
It really does. And actually, I'm going to mention something really cool that Poetry would doubtless talk about if he was live. But recently, we had a really big milestone in the community broken. There's something called IM runs, which stands for individual masters, which means you play the whole game with the same power the whole time. And these runs, of course, really vary because the powers vary in efficacy. And this game has about 55 levels. Oh, poor Britsha, struggling. But Helios too, so this is giving room for Poetry to maybe catch back up and Mannequin to gain some ground as well. We will see how this goes. But anyhow, the game has about 55 levels, and each level maybe is about a minute on average. That's an oversimplification, but if you think about that, then you think, oh, then the game should be beatable under an hour really easily. But a lot of these masters really slow that down. So there was a big hunt for a long time to see how fast people would be able to get every single IM category under an hour. And recently, Britsha was able to finish that feat off by bringing the Cat Tut run under an hour. So congrats, Britsha, again for that. And then PoetryStud made a very, very cool video basically documenting the entire journey and race to get under that hour, because a lot of runners were looking for that prize. And there's a lot of interesting tech involved. He talks about sort of how every master is different. So that's on PoetryStud's YouTube channel. I highly recommend it if you're at all interested in this run, because it really gives context to, everything that's happening on screen right now. And it's supremely entertaining. So, yeah.
There's two things I want to say. First, Ketcher, thank you so much for $5 to support Doctors Without Borders. And I had a general question. Is there like a de facto worst master? It's like, this one, yeah, okay, I figured.
Cat Tut.
I was like, are they actually that bad? Because I would play this game like, this one looks cute. I'm gonna play this.
That's how I play Pokemon a lot of times, yeah. For casual play, there really isn't one, but when it comes to speedrunning, definitely. Because, Tut's power is really good, but because it wastes so much time, it can, that's why it's detrimental to his speedrun. Because, one of the strategies is almost to just avoid hitting his power when you have him. Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. But there's a huge range. Cat Tut is the worst in Deluxe, but I would say in the sequel game, Peggle Knights, which is sort of more my specialty, Renfield is my personal pick for worst master. And you might think, that's the same master. Why is it worse here? That's because Renfield has a little bit of aimbot in him in Peggle Deluxe. When the ball comes down off of the top, it sort of picks a slightly better shot than random, using the points calculation that Who does, but, weighted a little bit worse. But in Knights, we think, completely remove that, meaning that you just kind of get what you get. And that's an entire second shot that's not biased to be good, that's wasting your time. So, there's some interesting differences between the two games, and that is a good example of that.
Yeah, some more donations coming in again. Exclamation point donate in chat to support MSF. Madison with $15 and MannequinZ with $5. Thank you all so much. Again, every dollar really makes a difference. And Tiny May $5. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. Shout outs to the Peggle community.
Love to see it. Yeah, shout outs. Love y'all.
They seem pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, come hang out with us if you're interested in Peggle, even if not in a speedrunning way. We just like talking about Peggle, so. Just happy to have everybody. But yeah, there's a huge range of masters. There's also a big debate about who is the best master for speedrunning, actually. And this debate also changes based on the game that you're playing. But a lot of people will say Cinderbottom because of his fireball power that sort of rips through pegs and allows for a lot of these sort of like brick levels to be completed much faster. A lot of people will say Tula. She gets 20% of every orange peg on the screen when you hit the greens. And that's based on closeness. So it gets all those all the close pegs. Let's see if Helios can save this. A lot of casual players would pick Who though, but Who doesn't gain as much control as either of those two other masters. Very nice. Oh, meow, another.
See, this is a level where like Cinder is regarded as one of the best, but he's really not good for this type of layout. So this actually is not a great pick here.
Yeah, Tula's kind of an all-arounder. You can use her really well in pretty much any level, but there are some levels that Cinderbottom will just destroy.
And big shout outs to Chris Reed VA for the $50 donation supporting Doctors Without Borders. And y'all are so kind, and we really greatly appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. Remember, $5 is all it takes to get the Twitch badge for the little gold hearts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you can see, by the way, that PoetryStud has actually caught back up right here. He's tied with Helios for the level that he's on, although Helios is a bit farther through it. And that really shows you just how unpredictable the outcomes of RMO are. Your master and just generally your luck sometimes can really change the tide of the run. But I don't want to make it seem like it's all about luck. Peggle is a very, very, very skill-based game and a very skill-based run. It's very low on memorization, very high on improvisation. And being able to know where your shot will go after you shoot it. So these are some of the best Peggle players in the world showing off their skills right here. So yeah. Anyone can play it, but it's a tough game at a high level, and I think that's what makes it so wonderful. Yeah, it's really looking close between a lot of our runners here. It's gonna be a nail biter for sure.
Not over till the Helix decides.
Yeah.
Exactly. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Gosh, the cat, it's such a funny. Also, I'm so dumb. I get it. It's cat tut because look at the headdress. Oh my god, I feel like such an idiot.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about the.
I get it now.
These old PopCap games have just so much charm. That, like these games make me feel old because I played them as a kid. But like the charm just still stands out to this day.
Absolutely. I mean, even though they didn't release a bunch of official art of these characters for this game, there's so much fan work out there from within both the speedrunning community and not. Just what a charming game. Okay, we're gonna see a really important thing up on Helios' side here. Oh,
I got messed up.
So 6-1 is one of those stages I was talking about where there's a pixel shot that's gonna be really important for basically clearing the structure of the level. If Helios had gotten that shot, he would have been able to slide on 2 to 3 of the big waves you're seeing right there. So he's going to lose quite a bit of time to having to clean up. And actually, he's going to do a backup pixel shot, which
I haven't remembered it. I haven't done it in like
unfortunately
almost a year now.
Yeah, that's the thing is there's a lot of shots that are technically safer, but if you're not used to doing them, you might end up not doing them so well. So we're going to see if Britsha makes it, and Britsha does make it. You're going to get to see that on their side right now.
I'm only good at getting like 2 of them.
They didn't quite get the 3 for though. Yeah. It's hard to get all 3. I can say that from experience. Okay. But that's one of the most fun pixel shots to pull off. It's a pixel and a correct timing. So it's hard.
I had really good generation on this level.
Oh.
Yeah, you did. Renfield does have some aimbot, but it has its limits.
That should be doable.
We're going to see Helios doing something called free balling, which gets you free balls by doing precise shots.
Let's see these stupid ones.
Try to make it
Nice.
through this.
I just seen that Dolwolf
Yeah,
was
that's
in the chat.
Good job, Helios. Oh, hey, Dolwolf. Dolwolf was a very early pioneer of this game. Very cool to see him. Hello. Yeah, there's so many Peggle legends out there. Panaha, if you're watching, big shout outs. Yeah, wow, it is really a dead heat between these runners here. This run is really great for a race. And I'm really glad, Fant, you decided host us and show this wonderful run.
Yeah, it's kind of like I don't know if cathartic would be the right way to say it, but like, seeing shooting this little ball and it takes out so many things is very satisfying.
It is very satisfying. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you get a good shot like right there. Woo, that was spicy. Get it because it was a fire shot and it was hot.
So it's hot and, spicy. Yeah. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of Renfields actually right about now, which is funny because this is where you would normally play Renfield in any percent. So every 5 levels, the master that you're supposed to be using in an any percent context will shift. So we're actually playing what are supposed to be Renfield's levels right now. And the game devs, of course, thought about this. And so a lot of the level designs are sort of tuned to, the master that you're going to be using. So that's why you're seeing here in 6.3 on Helios' screen, a lot of these bumpers that, Renfield, when he comes off the top of the screen, can kind of get behind, get some stuff for you. Yeah, so sometimes there'll be big mismatches. Like, we haven't gotten to Cinderbottom yet, but of course Cinderbottom's levels have a bunch of big blocky pegs because you're supposed to shoot through them with fire. So other masters don't deal with that.
God, Cinderbottom's such a great name. Just want to say.
No, his full name is actually Lord Cinderbottom.
Oh, don't disrespect him.
Exactly. And also, Peggle Knights is kind of fun because it reveals the secret dreams of each of the Peggle Masters. And funnily enough, Lord Cinderbottom's secret dream is to become a firefighter.
It's gonna be a little difficult. But I support him in his endeavors.
Of course. It also does look like we're having a little bit of a technical issue on Britsha's screen, unfortunately.
I appreciate you letting us catch up.
Exactly.
Yeah, well,
Timer's gonna stop at 11 minutes.
we'll get that worked on as fast as we can. Stand by, everybody.
Of course.
But in the meantime, we still got some awesome stuff going on here. And again, exclamation point donate if you're just joining us on the stream. We are raising money for Doctors Without Borders. There should be a donate link below the video player.
It looks like we got...
I think we got him back.
Yeah, that 11-minute comment is a reference to the SGDQ run, which actually Britsha ran, so welcome back. Where the timer stopped at 11 minutes. And, of course, beating the game in 11 minutes is the fastest.
That was world record.
So, world record.
Gosh, I can't believe Britsha just swaps right there to a pre-recorded video. Unbelievable in this randomness, yeah.
As he comes back, he's on the Helix already.
Oh, man. Oh. Fastest ever run GDQ live? Never happened.
Never happened, yeah.
But we're getting into 2 less levels here. And actually, Britsha is starting that off with our any percent choice. And 2 less levels, I would say, have the least sort of cohesive design philosophy, but they're all pretty difficult. And there's actually going to be a level coming up right next on Britsha and Helios' screen that I want everybody in chat, when it comes up, when Britsha moves on to the next level, Everybody in chat, you have to say hi, Huey. Everybody has to do it.
The run is
all
cursed
right?
otherwise, yeah.
You got a deal? Exactly. The run's going to be cursed otherwise, and everybody's going to fail. So
Okay.
everybody's got to say it with me.
Hey, Renfield actually pulling
All right.
some weight here. Let's go.
Hi, Huey.
Hi, Huey.
Hi, Huey.
Hi, Huey.
And hi, Huey.
Say it
And if
again.
you're wondering who Huey
Hi,
is,
Huey again.
all
Here he
right.
is.
Hi,
man.
Huey again. Huey is the caterpillar in the bottom of the screen there, who's holding that little flower there. That was not even a name given by a Peggle runner, by a community member of PoetryStud, actually, and it totally stuck.
All right, well,
Love Huey.
I'm pleased to say that your run is not cursed.
Not cursed.
Not
run.
cursed
Let's
at
go.
all. Thank you, GDQ chat.
Thank you, chat.
That's so many there.
Yeah, we are seeing a lot of Renfields today. This is interesting.
Good thing I didn't say I donate $1 per Renfield.
Exactly. Although, good thing, I think we want to donate to Doctors Without Borders, right?
Yes, absolutely. Exclamation point donate. Good segue. Exclamation point mobile if you are on a mobile device watching this. Yep. Any donation helps out greatly.
Helios actually showing off why Bjorn can be a really useful power. He had a orange that was going to be really, really difficult to hit without knowing exactly the angle to bounce off of another peg, which is really difficult to do. But Bjorn let him sort of figure that
So
out.
do we need to say hi,
Even
Huey,
Bjorn.
as every racer gets to?
Yes, that's
Yes.
another hi, Huey.
Yes,
All
hi,
right.
Huey.
All right.
Times 3.
Because I feel like
Yeah, we can't forget any of them.
if the last one doesn't get it, then everybody will get cursed anyway. You can't leave any Huey behind.
No, we would never leave
Hi,
a Huey
Huey.
behind.
Hi, Huey.
Hi, Huey. Yeah, this is a really tricky level, by the way, 7-3 here, and Britsha is absolutely crushing it, and so is Helios, so excellent job, guys. There's a lot of moving pegs, and it's just very difficult to be able to wrangle them correctly, especially if you have a slightly worse master, so great job there. And now we're at the car. The car actually has multiple different ways of doing it, but a lot of these pixel shots are going to sort of clear out big sections of the car like that. And then you only really have to clean up the wheels. So yeah, that's another really cool use of pixel shots, which have become more popular and common in the community over the last year or so. The community is, our community here is actually very, very active. We are a very lively speedrunning community, but because it wasn't so active until Doug, a very large streamer, started playing it on his stream about 2 years ago now, we are still finding new things all of the time. New tech, new strategies, new pixel shots. It's a land of discovery, and anybody can find their own strats, even if they are not a top level runner. You can go into the game and find pixels that do really cool things, other shots that do really cool things. It's very egalitarian. So if you're interested in Peggle tech, highly recommend checking it out.
Yeah, it seems like there's just so much to discover still, given like how many variables are on each level. It's like there's probably always a never-ending better way to do something. Makes for a good speedrun.
Absolutely. And it's not just in this game, too. As I mentioned before, Peggle has a full-fledged sequel game, Peggle Knights, but it also has 2 official spin-off games. Peggle Extreme, which is actually a collaboration with Valve, if you can believe it.
Of course it is.
And Peggle World of Warcraft, which is a collaboration with World of Warcraft, if you can believe it. But it's not even just that. There's also so much fan-made content because there's a level editor that uses the Knights engine. That means you can create your own levels too. And recently we had a whole event where people made their own levels. And there's a raffle competition going on right now for anybody who plays any of those levels in a speedrunning context. So there's new tech to discover for those because they were just made. And you can make them yourself too.
Yeah. Again, lots of support coming in for the Peggle run here. $5 from Pixelfadia. Thank you so much. $20 from Of the Goats. $5 from Master X Blaster. Really appreciate it, guys.
Thank you guys so much. Also, we're trying to win a monkey here. So as we were talking about earlier, the Warren split is one of the worst splits in the run. Oh no, Helios. Sounds of despair. Because his levels are sort of catered to his magic hat power, but they're kind of also catered to nothing and being really hard. So yeah, we're gonna see the runners have to sort of deal with some really tough level organizations here and have to beat them with some really unorthodox strategies. So that's how it goes. Nice free ball.
Uh-oh. Ah, Jordan.
Okay.
Hi, Huey! All right, no Huey left behind.
Yay!
Hi, Huey.
Don't worry, Peggle is a stress-free, relaxing experience.
Absolutely. Calm and normal. Yeah, so every level in the Warren split here, so in this group of 5, 8-1 through 8-5, is going to be a potential place for death. We are getting into the part of the run where pretty much everything is a potential place for death. So we're going to see the runners sort of evading catastrophe at every level.
That's a good way to describe this, yeah.
Or succumbing to it, and then evading it again.
As part of the tricky part of speedrunning this game, we talked about like the charm of it, how much fun it is. It is easy to get lost in just having fun. How did that work? To have just get lost in just having fun, and then be like,
Having
oh no.
fun in my speed
did that
run?
work?
Exactly.
Is this allowed? Is this legal?
So it's like you get lost and you're like, oh no, this level I thought I was safe on is like I now have to like fight for my life to save this run, like really quickly. So it's both. It makes for a fun
Absolutely.
speed run, but also a very like, oh no, we have to improv on the fly to save it at the same time.
And more so in RMO than any other, because if you're playing an individual master run, you kind of get used to the power you have. And so then you can kind of plan around that going into even really hard levels. But RMO, you don't know what you're going to get. So you have to be knowledgeable about the game, very skilled, and just able to adapt on the fly to whatever is going on.
Listen, this is one.
And a lot of that time, that causes some deaths where you normally wouldn't see
Yeah,
them.
like this level is probably one of the trickiest ones. Is 8-3 here. So thankfully, I know I got Tula. I don't know how everyone else is faring, but
I got Syndrome.
that
Yeah,
this is the
8-3 is
make or
really,
break.
really
So
hard.
it's these next 3.
Speaking of dice, here's 8-4 on
yeah.
both Britsha and Helios's.
Oh, they are dice. Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
unfortunately,
So
they're not correct
big hype
dice.
for the run coming up.
It's not correct to real dice. Oh my goodness. The 4,
It's not,
the 4 and the
I
2, they
know.
should be on opposite sides right next to each other. Oh, I want a refund.
Exactly. Peggle designers, Ryan, what do you have to say? Ryan designed most of the Peggle Deluxe levels, so he probably designed. Brian actually found us after the SGDQ run, so it was very cool to speak to a dev.
Oh, we both got Bjorn on 8-4.
Also, double Bjorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bjorn is the
Double
reason
Bjorn
I think I'm going to
moment.
beat this level here. So that's why I stand by him being one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Like people kind of like, he's not one of the fastest, but he is one of the most consistent for running. Like this is,
As long as your level doesn't have a ton of moving
Yes.
pegs, because
Yeah.
then he kind of doesn't do so well. But in a level like 8-4,
perfect.
yeah, Bjorn's super useful.
Yeah, I'm not getting anywhere near the luck I had earlier.
Another Renfield. Another Renfield. Oh, it looks like we might have a minor sync going on.
We found it. We found the seating.
This reminded me, I know this is another PopCap game, but it's still not Peggle. Forgive me for speaking of a different game for a moment. But Plants vs. Zombies also has a really random category where you get random plants every level to beat the level with. But that one has a very well-determined RNG system, and it does depend on when you start up the run. So there was a race where the 2 of the runners started getting the same plants, but on a 4-level offset. So the runner who was behind was able to know what was going to come up. It was absurd. I don't think we're having this sort of sync here, but take a look.
Oh, ooh, ah.
Ooh, ah. Exactly. Also, if you remember playing this game, you might remember also another cat. Yeah. That there's like a big dramatic zoom in to the final orange peg, right? And this sort of drum roll when you beat levels. But we are playing with the setting that turns that on. We're playing with it off. It's called 3D acceleration. So if you're going to try out any of the strats that you see in this run and they aren't working, that is very likely the reason why. Turn your 3D
I just got very lucky on this level. I got Jimmy with good greens.
Yeah, you did.
I got cat.
That was very impressive to see. So we're into Cinderbottom's levels now. This is one of the ones where it's a little bit less explicitly designed for Cinderbottom's power, but you're going to see a couple levels coming up where it's going to be very clear that they're designed for a master that can just kind of rip through levels and go through pegs in a single shot and not bounce off. So we'll see how they fare.
Got that one.
Wow. Yeah, you guys are keeping it very close.
I love
Yeah,
it. Run.
rest.
The saying, like at the beginning of the run, I was
luckily
doing
your
great.
competitors is
Yeah.
too.
It's almost like there's a little bit of randomness.
But I think
going on.
Poetry's luck is catching up. Yeah, and MannequinZ too, actually. Cinderbottom in this level is really, really helpful.
And if you are enjoying the Peggle Deluxe run, not only check out all of our wonderful erasers and Satan herself here, the wonderful, I'm loving your commentary. It's helping me a lot as well understand it because I'm not too familiar with all of the tech that's going on.
Absolutely, that's what I'm here for.
And if you all are enjoying it,
Yeah, even Satan
donate
can
in
be
the chat.
helpful sometimes. Yes, I do want to shout out all of our runners. All y'all are amazing. If you want to see some high level Peggle Deluxe, especially, but Peggle in general gameplay, they are fantastic. Do a lot for this one. Yeah, we are lucky to have so many runners that there's pretty much somebody on Twitch playing Peggle most of the time. So, if you're interested in any sort of live,
Oh, come on, man.
there is no shortage. Oh, it's looking like we are getting a kind of unfortunate sync for these two on 8-3 double Renfield. As you can see here, these big blocks of pegs are going to be really difficult to get through with a power that doesn't just, shoot through all of them. But luckily, we saw on Britsha's side, they were able to use a couple of strategies that allowed them to
Could
get
full
through.
clear
Catch-up
mine through this.
opportunity.
To see if Helios can too. Yeah, you could have full cleared that.
Just for fun,
That would be cool. Yeah, here's Donuts. Donuts is one of the few levels that remains that we still don't have super precise strats for. You mostly aim inside of these two sides and then try to open up the circles and do slides with them. There are certain levels that still, by their nature, sort of evade the really precise pixel shot, or even tap shot, which are the ones where you aim all the way to the left and right. Strats.
No, man.
They aren't really built
That
for
was
that.
rude.
Oh, that is rude. Well, it's looking like Britsha is going to pull ahead by a level real quick here, but as we discussed before, this is the problem section of the run. All of the levels from here on out are all dangerous. Britsha is going to be able to go for a full clear here, actually.
Yeah, cool
I think
clear as
so.
well.
These levels are so dangerous. Britsha just clears it for fun.
Huge
Wow.
cool clear. That was cool. Wow. Just for the
fans,
fun of
you
it.
know?
Just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the fans. We'll see if that second will make all the difference. Helios knows this very well. There's a competition that we do every now and again called the Peggle Battle Royale in the community. And one time Helios lost it by changing the music to something more dramatic for the last
Yeah, I
one.
didn't lose it. I lost by a single frame. That may have been a tie because we literally can't tell by the game limits.
Yeah, we actually can't tell whether Helios won or lost, but it is funny to say that he lost because of you.
Okay, we're just gonna do
That'll
the
be
ancient-
my lore I subscribe to.
Yeah, 9.5 is another one of these where we've had to develop strats to sort of get into these big clumps of pegs here in the trees. Also, you're seeing something actually on Britsha's stream, a really, really subtle piece of tech with Claude. Claude, the flippers actually sometimes cover pegs that exist on the screen, and if they cover up orange pegs, the oranges get replaced with other pegs in the level. So you can actually move oranges with Claude.
Oh.
Kind of funny. Wow, Helios absolutely struggling through that level, but doing it gracefully and able to come out the other side.
Isn't that just Peggle struggling gracefully?
It's kind of true. Yep, we're on to whose levels, and actually, Britsha's going to start it off with an any % pick here. And because who is sort of that aimbot that we talked about earlier, and is thus able to sort of cope with randomness better than other masters are, there's going to be a lot of moving elements and sort of blocking elements.
I would say I hit his
levels
green
here.
on the first opener, so it meant I couldn't do the second opener that would get the pegs down in the middle. So I'm now having to figure out a way to get down there.
Yeah, it's actually a really good point. There are a lot of strats in this game that require 2 shots. So you're going to do sort of a setup shot and then a second shot that often is getting really what you want. Or sometimes just 2 really good shots. And a lot of the time, a master's power will interrupt that second shot by changing the first shot. So yeah, that's one thing to think about, especially in RMO. Who is one of those powers that does that? Because the second shot will be governed by who instead of you. Although sometimes, if you do a really good shot, it'll say no improvement and decide that your shot was actually the best.
Very validating. Yeah.
Truly.
Nice.
And yeah, we've got this fun stage 10-2 here where you're supposed to just slide into the circles like that, but it's really difficult to get the timing right sometimes. Harder than it looks for sure. Although Britsha coming back in with a really cool bounce there, able to get back inside the circle. Renfield on 9-3 as well on Poetry's screen, by the way. That's really interesting. 3 out of our 4 runners so far have gotten the same master.
Is this really random master? Is it really?
Is it really?
Yeah, the script writers are going, they're working overtime.
Okay.
Good show.
All right. It wasn't. We got a
Well,
different
Mannequin
one.
just got
Thank you,
cat on
Mannequin.
that one.
Okay.
Thank you, Mannequin, for breaking our
Subverted
script.
Yeah, thank you, Mannequin, for rolling the cat for another $1 to Dogs Without Borders. What is our count up to? That's chat been keeping track this whole time.
What's our cat counter?
How many cats do we have? How much money is Satan herself going to? 11. That's 11 cats.
Yeah, I forget if I
Hang
mentioned
on,
it,
there's
but
another one at the top.
yeah, oh yeah, here. I'll be doing the same for Bjorn, but I might have to go back and tally up after.
We've gotten more Bjorns,
Yes.
I think, but the run's not over. There could be many more cats to come. That would be a little unfortunate given
See,
the difficulty.
Here's
of
a
the
level
ones
where
coming up.
Putt's actually not horrible at, because this level is so difficult to handle. Sometimes you trade off the speed for the consistency. Actually did help me win this here.
Yeah, that's actually true. For 10-1, 10-1's extremely dangerous because of this big hole that's going in the middle here. It blocks a lot of pegs, so sometimes you just want a safe master for that one. There's a level that's going to come up pretty soon here on Britsha's stream, I think, where you really want safety. It is the most dangerous level in the entire run, the most despised, the most memed. Dead Frog is going to be coming up soon. And when the level comes up, you'll see why it's so difficult to handle. Remember how we were talking about how everything becomes less consistent with moving pegs? Well, We'll get to see that here in just a second.
I wish I got this Master Splork on that level because I'm quite good at using him on there.
Yeah, you can definitely help out, but you are destroying 10-4 with that, so.
This is rude.
Oh man, that's big rude to you. Yeah, also, I'm liking this competition on the bottom half of the screen as well. Mannequin has completely caught up to Poetry, basically, which is very, very impressive. So we are going to be seeing them have a bit of a dead heat as well right now. Very, very exciting. All right, here's here's infamous Zenfrog and Britsha looking sad because he's gotten Renfield, who is not the best pick for this. Yep. Although Renfield does have a little bit of aimbot, a little bit of poo in this game, so we'll see. Maybe the green shots will help lead to.
Also, this generation
This just looks like
good.
chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
I have no oranges down these bottom parts. That's the hardest part to get to because of it being covered by these. So that's really good for me. But now I just have to deal the rest of it.
Yeah, this could definitely be a win, but it could definitely be a loss. It's obviously really difficult to control this level given all of the moving peg action that's
Renfield, why?
and the master can really change how you deal with it. So we'll see who everyone gets here, and how they're going to deal with the level. Different ways.
I still love the flippers so much. Just the fact that they're giant crab claws makes me laugh.
Absolutely, they're
I
hilarious.
love pinballs.
Big shout outs to our runner, Any George, who loves pinball so much. He made an entire Peggle level pack based on it.
Big fan. Big fan.
Yeah, there are actually some fun sort of like quote-unquote cheat codes that they built into this game, where you just have to type the word, and it'll do the thing. And one of them gives you permanent flippers.
Oh, so close, so close on the last one.
Oh, and we got Warren, a magic hat moment. All right, let's see what happens. Warren is, of course, the random master within the random master, so we have no idea what we're even going to get until those greens get hit.
God, those eyes though. It's just like, yeah, we're here now.
Yeah, there's another cheat code as well called Scott. If you type in Scott, the game will be able to be sped up during the peg falling part, or during the ball falling part, in addition to between your shots. So that is a sort of hypercharged, fast version of the game.
It's my favorite, yeah.
Which has a lot of interest as speedrunning as well. Yeah, Helios is incredibly good at Scott. I ran it at Fright Fatales actually last month.
Come on.
I did a Renfield.
All right.
Highly recommend playing that. All right. Oh, look, it's our favorite friend. So this actually is really fun because in categories where you have to clear every single peg on this level called full clearing, which obviously is a nightmare, you mostly use Claude here because his power will allow you to sort of stay behind the, also no greens clear from Britsha on Zenfrog. Nice. Second try. This power will allow you to stay sort of behind these little wavy helixes and clear them out like that. So it's fun to see Claude on.
Well, it's debatable. Fun is a strong word. I will not be full clearing today.
That's true. Yeah, here we're seeing Jimmy on Paw Reader do some really interesting things. This is a level that Poetry is very proud of making strats for. He sort of solved this level a little bit for most masters, but Jimmy's one of the very few that can thwart your pixel shots because he can change the direction of your ball when you shoot.
Yeah, he was in the way of my shots there, so now I have to. This is much harder than it should be.
Just another example of how masters really do change the game.
Nice.
We've been getting a
huge win there for Helios.
Let's go.
Wow.
GGs.
GG.
We've been getting a lot of awesome donations. Bor, Derek, K.A., Gateweave, and Jassa, thank you all for the $5 donations supporting Doctors Without Borders. And $5 gets you the Twitch chat badge, the little gold heart. It's pretty cute. I like it.
Yeah, thanks everybody for your donations. Awesome.
Yeah,
sauce.
I'm enjoying this so much. I think everybody's really loving the Peggle.
Oh,
hope so.
what are you doing?
And remember, chat, if you want to match my Cat Tut donation, we are gonna have that total up at the end of the stream. So yeah, get in on it with me. Now we like yarn.
See, here's a case where Who just completely didn't get any oranges and went for his own greedy points and left me with a really bad clear. There we go.
Yeah, not so good.
All right, all cinders.
But Helios is dealing with it. Well,
Okay,
Ready for
frog
this?
number 2.
oh, Cinder is our preferred pick for 11-2 right here. Warren certainly is not. But what Helios is doing is he's actually kind of avoiding the right side here so that he can do his own shots on the right side, which end up being better.
Oh,
Fireball.
look at this.
Oh, so those were
It's
shots
so
that
satisfying.
Yeah, these are
Brad
shots-
Speed
so
and I-
dang satisfying.
Yeah, Brassbeat and I came up with those ones.
Yeah,
Look how much
yeah.
that
Brassbeat,
caught
another
up right there.
very
Wow.
prolific member of the community.
Incredible.
Yeah, and now just like that, with a fast clear, Helios and Britsha are basically in a dead heat in 11-3. This is very exciting, chat.
Yeah.
You get Helios.
You almost never see a race this close in any category of anything in Peggle. This is awesome.
You got
But I got
Claude.
Renfield.
Oh, I got Chula, so
Renfield versus Tula.
Oh, it ain't over till the Helix.
yeah.
Certainly not.
I got good
Yeah,
generation.
they're referencing the final level of the game, which is happening in 2 levels here. We have 3 levels to go on both of these top players.
Oh.
We're also seeing another Warren Zenfrog, although this time Poetry actually did get a green and is able to use that magic hat to his advantage.
Wow, this is still so close.
Yeah. So the gimmick of this level in 11-3 is this this UFO here, and these portals on the side. You see these sort of like black circle portal things.
Come on, Renfield.
And if you shoot into the black circle portal thing, you get shot out of the UFO, and the UFO is moving in this very, very difficult way to handle. So yeah, you saw there for Britsha, it took him a little while to get to the peg he was looking for. That Helios can pull off a save here.
Oh my gosh. Whoa! I'm on the edge of my seat.
That was
here.
planned. Sorry. Just script writers
No
working
way!
overtime.
Oh, Helios!
Wow. I thought
Wow.
I couldn't breathe.
That was the craziest save I think I've ever seen.
Oh my
Awesome.
goodness. Yeah.
Ah, so cool.
It's
11-4 just has these really big blockers here that are really annoying to get around. Oh, what is... Okay, Rich is going to try for the one-shot here. This is a pixel and frame perfect trick. Oh, didn't quite get it on this attempt. And see, that's the thing, is as we discussed earlier, RMO, you cannot reset the level. So Britsha was trying there a pixel and frame perfect trick where you are going to bounce into the helix from the bottom. And then it rides up all the way through and clears the entire helix. This is the final level of the game, by the way, people. So this really matters who can get this fastest. But now Britsha can't just easily reset to try it again. He has to actually either lose the level or try to win it at this point. And Splork's actually who you would use in a lot of contexts, but you do need his greens to both be in the helix, which they are not for Britsha right now. Yeah, unfortunately, Helios struggling with 11-4, so it's looking like we're going to see a little bit of a war of attrition here between our runners at the top here. Although Britsha getting a lot of free balls, you actually can get a maximum of 3 balls per points on a single
So
shot.
I deliberately held off hitting that green
Or it
until I got like the multiplier up, so that I could get more chance at free balls. Although I'm still in a
Yeah,
rough
but this is
situation.
still not a guaranteed win at all. The Helix is hard to deal
And
with.
this is why we love
Hard
Bjorn.
to get free balls off of, too. Yes. Helios doing a really good job here with Bjorn.
Oh, here we go.
Clearing 11-4 fast on the second try. But it will be to no avail because Britsha has won!
GG.
Congratulations, Britsha, saving that attempt with good splork strategy. Congratulations, Britsha, winning the RMO race here live.
Wow.
That was close, people. Helios is in the final level right now, and with the best master as well. Cinderbottom you can use to shoot through the Helix. So if Britsha had not succeeded on that level, who knows what would have happened. So good job, Britsha, at taking that risk and being able to use Splork well to your advantage. There.
Man, I think our second finisher isn't far behind.
Not far behind at all. And that's really a good example of what game knowledge does for you and being able to strategize in this game. Strategy is actually very, very important. So, yeah.
Oh boy.
Huge props there. Also, big deal, big news. Poetry and Mannequin are on the exact same level right now.
Let's go.
Woo! And Helios
GG's,
finishing off the run.
Oh.
Huge GGs. A super close race down to the very last level. And we're going to see a really close race for third here between Mannequin and Poetry. Right now, they are both on 11-2. They both have suboptimal masters for it. We're going to see how they are able to deal with it. We got Warren on our left, which, as we discussed before, is the random master of random masters. And Claude on the right, who's not actually all that helpful for this level, is he?
Oh, it's a PB for me. Go.
Yo, congratulations.
No! Huge PB. Congratulations,
We love the PBs
Helios.
live on GDQ.
Yeah. What was the time for Britsha's run?
An hour and 22.
Yeah, our timer, we put it on 101.25.
Oh, that's
yeah,
really good.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's really good. That's close to a sub hour in this category is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, GG's Britsha.
Huge GG's to Britsha there. Oh, Poetry gonna have to redo the level, but getting Cinder, he can make a quick workout of 11-2 here. But Mannequin is gonna get a little bit of a lead. Yeah, 11-3 cheese him. Oh, and we get a cat cut. Classic.
Just when you thought it was almost over.
Mannequin going for some pixel shots and getting the first one successfully. That's actually a really big deal.
This level looks so hard right here.
It's quite hard. It's definitely one of the hardest in the run. For sure. Zenprog is the most random, but I would say 11-3 is one of the hardest. Straight up. Right, so you have to practice this UFO shooting a lot.
Yeah, and Magu, thank you for the $5.50 donation. $50 from It's Trebuchet. $5 from TJT. $5 more from M. Me. Thank you all so much for supporting Doctors Without Borders.
Yeah, can we get some donations for our final two runners who are absolutely rocking it? Killing the game here.
And you're up to, I think, 14 cats according to Twitch chat. So.
All right, let's keep it going. Can we make it 15?
15? Well, running out of runway. I'm hoping for it. I'd love to see a Cat Tut versus Cat Tut finale.
Okay.
Well, Tut does have a
That'd be super
special
fun.
strat for the Helix, using the edges.
True. Oh, 15! All
Hey.
right, what's up? Sorry, Mannequin.
Oh no.
Sorry you have to redo this. Thanks for more money.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, it's looking like Claude might help us here. He was able to move some of the oranges away from trouble spots with the mechanic we were talking about earlier, the niche mechanic. And Poetry is finishing up 11-3, it looks like, barring some unexpected issues. So it's looking like they're going to be very, very close here. That Poetry gets. Poetry does get a little bit of a helping hand, probably, in the form of Hoop. Let's see what happens.
Gosh.
Yeah, this is one where most players will use these tapped strats that you're seeing. So like moving your mouse all the way to the left or all the way to the right, and then tapping on your keyboard in order to clear out all the pegs below that really big circle in the middle, because those are just very, very hard to hit. So that's how most players will open this level.
Oh, Poetry did R25.
Oh my,
That's
what?
his signature strategy.
Yep, which is going all the way to the right and then tapping 25 times, which is awfully slow. Oh, a triple cat step!
No way!
Wow.
No way! And Mannequin's going to attempt the Helix strat that we saw Britsha attempt earlier. Oh, not quite. That is a very, very hard strat, chat. I just want you all to know just how difficult that one is. You almost never get it on your first try, which makes it very risky to attempt an RMO. But Mannequin didn't break the Helix open, so they're going to do a backup strat here that Panaha, our world record holder in many things, invented, where you hit the Helix from the side a couple times in the right way to open it up, and then get stuck in it. So let's hope it works here.
Whoa.
Oh! That was so unlucky. Nope, don't reset.
Yeah,
Mannequin.
I almost saved myself at the last second.
Autopilot's
gonna
a real
start
Well,
all
it looks like Poetry didn't get the one shot either, so Poetry is also going to be trying to do this same strat that we just saw. And Mannequin's going to throw the level away smartly.
But yeah, with Cat, there is a
Try to get another shot at it.
way developed by the same person who designed the one-shot helix that you can bounce off the pyramid up into the helix, but it needs a specific like timing and everything.
Yeah.
And only a couple of us know
Yeah,
how to
it's
do
really
it.
hard. True. Shoutouts to Fos. Also, shoutouts to Polypies, who just took this week the any percent world record. In
Oh,
this
look at
category,
this. Oh,
which
this
the
is
first
so
time
neat.
Panaha
Oh
has
my
not
goodness.
held it.
What?
Renfield.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Nice. Let's go.
Yeah, Mannequin. And Mannequin successfully gets the one
Oh,
shot.
that was so
with
satisfying to
Renfield.
watch.
That's a good luck
Is
charm
that second
right there.
try?
Yeah.
Yes,
So now
that was
we are-
second try. Second try, GDQ
Yeah,
luck.
that happened at SGDQ too. It was a second reset.
Yeah.
One shot.
Oh, that was so
That is
incredible.
huge. Congratulations, Mannequin, for being able to do that on the big stage. That's
GG.
crazy.
Wow.
We're gonna see if Poetry can pull it off too. Congratulations, Mannequin, for being
Oh,
our third
Cinder,
place
though.
finisher. You beat my PB, by the way. That was huge.
But look at Renfield go. Oh, wait, no, not Renfield. Bottom, the fire bottom guy. Yeah. I remember
Fire bottom
things.
guy. Our favorite Peggle Master hero, Fire Bottom guy.
Fire bottom guy. There we go. I'm trying my best.
Yeah, Cinder Bottom. We actually got to see 2 Cinder Bottom clears, it looks like, which is really unusual for RMO, considering it's random.
So you have a 1 in 10 chance
But
of
yeah,
getting like the good
and
master.
Poetry's going to be finishing off.
GG's.
Huge GGs to all of our
GG.
runners. A sub 110 from all of them is a really, really good time for a no reset RMO. Everybody put on a great show. Huge GGs to Mannequin for getting the Helix, and huge GGs to Britsha for winning. Congratulations.
Wow, thank you so much, not only for the wonderful commentary, Aiden, but also, for our wonderful racers, for putting on. It was really interesting how, due to the way the Masters turned out being, we kind of ended up with 2 1v1 races going on, and it's just kept it exciting all the way through the ends. And congrats to Vatican on hitting that. I was just holding my breath as the ball was going up the helix. I was like, is it going all the way? Is it really? Oh my gosh, this is so cool. And then the Satisfy, when it's all getting, all the balls are getting removed afterwards. I need to go play this game. This is what I realized.
Very good.
This game is $5 on Steam and often goes on sale for less. So I highly recommend it if you want to check it out.
And it's also $5.
And we are always here to help you guys out on the Discord.
Yeah, and what's also $5 is the Twitch charity Gold Heart chat badge. You can do ! donate. Again, go follow these runners. They're awesome. Again, thanks for even while sick coming here and putting this on. I can't imagine how tough that was. But we're going to be going into another break here, and this will be it for me hosting, so thank you all for dealing with me for the morning session. But there's so much more awesome runs coming for you. I'm not going to say anything about the quality of the games coming up here, but we do have quite an interesting block that's going to be brought to you by Conception with City Bus Driver Simulator, Takeshi's Challenge, Mythbusters the Game, and of course, the one and only Superman 64. Don't get anywhere after the break. You're going to be left in the good hands of Conception. Thank you, and goodbye. I've been Fan. Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye. Thank you for having us.